Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, World of Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the month of March as the Battle Pass has once again come around for the first of this month. Now, of course, we knew about the Magnus coming into the game for quite a bit of time. The reason I'm really not making many videos on the Battle Passes anymore is because it's the same rewards, the same credits, everything is exactly the same every single month, over and over and over. And while I will agree that it is definitely worth the price. If you are a player that doesn't have a lot of money to spend on this game, and they only have $5 or so, I would highly suggest to get your hands on the Battle Pass. I say this every single month. The amount of gold, free experience, credits, premium time, and you get a collector, and if you don't like it, you can still sell it, you get, is pretty dang good on your price, and it's definitely a great bang for your buck. However, for a player like me that is only in it for the tank, I'm obviously still going to be getting the tank, but I'm not going to be getting it with the actual Battle Pass just buying through it anymore. I'm just going to get the $5 premium pass, and actually I got a premium pass for free this month. I don't know if it was a bug in the system or something like that, but I got the premium pass for free, and I'm just going to grind my way down as I normally would in World of Tanks Blitz. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say about the premium pass, because all the rewards are the same, and the only vehicle I'd really care about is the Magnus. I'd want to get the tank early so I can capitalize on those YouTube views and make a video on the tank. But what's the point of making a video on the tank that everybody already knows about? It's literally, if we go pull up the statistics real quick, you will see it's almost identical to the M6. Now, where is it compared to? Here we go. So this is the Magnus compared to the M6. It's got about 3 more DPM on the M6, so obviously DPM doesn't matter. Penetration is exactly the same on all the rounds, blah, blah, blah. They pretty much carry the exact same gun. Dispersion, all the same. The M6 has better elevation of 10 degrees. Again, doesn't really matter too much. When you move over to the mobility, the M6 goes 35, the Magnus goes 38, but the M6 has got a better power to weight ratio, and that's it. That's the whole thing. So the M6 statistically is actually a better vehicle than the Magnus. In fact, there's no reason to get your hands on the Magnus, apart from having a little bit better frontal armor. Instead of about 125 on the front plate, it's about 140, which, yeah, it might make a difference, but overall, they're practically the same vehicle. However, one thing that I don't like Wargaming is doing, and I hope they're not doing this because of the Magnus, Wargaming is actually nerfing the M6. You'll see here they're nerfing the engine power from 945 to 800, which means that the effective power to weight ratio is going down by quite a bit, by 2 on each terrain. Not to mention, the traverse speed is again going down quite a bit. That should not be a thing, because of course this is the M6, and Wargaming just released a premium variant of it that's not going to be releasing with the nerf. Yeah, I don't understand the idea behind that. Pretty much they're nerfing a tank to make one look better. I'm not sure if they're actually doing that, but if they are, just because of the Magnus, that is definitely it's not a great move. That's all I'll say. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm not sure if they're just nerfing the M6 because it's performing statistically very well, but honestly, a 53.52% average isn't really that high for a nerf, especially when there's vehicles existing out there like, let's say, I don't know, the STB-1 that are sitting way higher, and that's a tier 10 vehicle. That's not an STB-1. Where is the STB? T22, there it is, STB-1. As you can see, vehicles like the STB-1 at 57%, you think they care a little bit more about vehicles that have a much higher average win rate than a tank like the M6 on an engine nerf. So I really don't understand the ideology behind that, and I'd love to, but yeah, sometimes you'll never figure out the ideas behind Wargaming. So, if we want to talk about the Gladiator, or the Magnus, if you want to call it, we might as well just fully equip our M6 here and play a game in it, so I can tell you what it's all about, if it's good, if it's bad, and everything like that. Honestly, I haven't played the M6 in, I'm not joking, like 4 years. This was the first line I ground on my original account that I lost my passwords to. Now, I did actually get my passwords back, but at the time I was kind of stupid, man, and I didn't know that you could contact Wargaming support to get your passwords and stuff. So, yeah, big sad from me there. But here we go, getting this equipped. We go to provisions, la-da-da-da-da. So, yeah, I finally got my account passwords back on that account, but it's so old, there's really no point to even use it, because nothing on it's spectacular by any means. So there you go. Get this, we go and get, I don't know, 7, 8 premium rounds. That sounds about fine. We can do 8 high explosive as well. Okay, and let's go to credits. Perfect. And all that's left is equipment, so calibrated shells, of course, because that premium pen actually looks pretty dang nice. We can also get on improved optics, make my view range overpowered, enhanced gun lane drive, improved assembly, improved control, vertical stabilizers in the toolbox, and finally, let's do consumable delivery system. So, let's get into a game here and see just how the M6 performs. Now, I do think that it is a very strong tank. In fact, if you know how to play it, it kind of plays just like the T1 Heavy. It's got very strong frontal armor. It carries a decent gun with a 90mm, so 225 average damage, I think it is, which, again, isn't too bad at all. And I will fix the scene so you don't see my mouse while I'm playing. I know that can be very annoying, so I'll get rid of that. But as I said, it's got very nice alpha. It's got very decent mobility. I don't know how the mobility is going to be after they nerf it, but currently the mobility is pretty dang nice. Here we are, finally loading into a battle. What are we up against? We got a Nazor and another M6 MT25. You know what really made the M6 strong, in my personal opinion, is when they buffed the side armor to about 90mm, and then they nerfed the KV2's pen to like 84. The thing that really made it super strong is now you can't be HE'd by really any 150s in the side. Even a Smasher really, really struggles because of that 10% less penetration thing that you can put on it. You actually cannot penetrate this with a 150 in the side, where I can tell you back maybe 2 years ago when I used to run the KV2 in tanks like that, they would butter through an M6's side armor and make it one of the easiest tanks to kill in the battlefield. Nowadays, you really can't do that, so the M6 is super strong. Now, the M6 is a big tank. It's very, very big and very heavy. It's kind of like the ARL of America. It's got very strong frontal armor. It's got a pretty decent gun. And while the penetration isn't as high as the ARLs on the standard, the premium is still very, very impressive for a tier 6 vehicle. So, yeah, let's see what we can do here. We got the P43, who is pretty much just dead, and let's go yeet. There you go. He's taken out, not too bad. But you can see, this is where the M6 isn't super mobile. It's not the fastest of vehicles, and you can imagine when Wargaming nerfs the mobility on it, look how slow it's going to turn. Yeah, really, what is Wargaming thinking? I don't have an idea behind that. I really don't. I don't have any ideas on why Wargaming would ever nerf the M6. But that's not in my jurisdiction. So let's see what we can do here. We got the AT2 off to the side, and because we've got such ridiculous premium pen, well, we'll just pen right through his frontal armor. And this AT2, well, he's going to struggle to pen me back, of course. So let's put on our adrenaline here. Let's aim at another shell. I don't know where he penned me, actually, but I don't want to get tapped by the VK36, so let's wiggle that hull back and forth. Get a nice tap into the side of that VK for 220. Let's angle against that AT2 again. And let's reverse our way on back. So let's get another nice tap into you. And we're not doing too bad. Although that is a lot of tanks off to my side right there. And I don't necessarily like that. So let's aim it on the Nazor and aim, fire. There you go. Nice shot for 245. Looks like the ARL was taken out, which is pretty dang good for me if I do say so. Let's aim it on that Nazor and one more time. Ooh, max roll for 338. That's what I'm talking about. Let's keep aiming in. Aim, and fire. There you go. Another nice 280 roll. Wow, the HE on this tank is very, very nice. And, of course, the armor on this tank is fantastic, as you can see. So, wow, this M6 shoots me. Okay, you know what? Let's aim it on this VK then, because, well, I don't know. It doesn't look like he's going to, you know, he might poke it. You never know. You never know what goes through the mind of a player. So, yeah, this is just an easy win, as you can see. The tank did its job pretty dang well. The armor works great. It gets a lot of bends, and it gets a lot of bounces. The gun's great on it, able to easily penetrate through vehicles like that AT2 there with no problem whatsoever. And I really can't complain about it. It's a great all-around vehicle. I'd rate it just as good as the ARL-44. It's definitely strong, but again, there's also vehicles like the ARL that exist. And why doesn't a tank like the ARL get a nerf when they're nerfing a tank like the M6? So, yeah, again, I have no idea behind that. Let me know in the comments down below if you know why Wargaming would possibly nerf the M6, but I really think it is because they want to make the Magnus look like a better tank. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, as it helps out the channel a crazy, crazy amount. But other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, to be seeing you in the next one.